In Italian, they have this wonderful word that I adore, sprezzatura, the art of studied nonchalance. And really, that's the secret of French style. It may appear effortless, but can in fact only appear so because work has gone into the foundations beforehand. And none is more important than starting your wardrobe reset with your underwear drawer. Or should that be lingerie? And that's the subject of this video. I'll be taking you through 3 key areas to consider for the perfect wardrobe foundations. And watch to the end for a bonus tip for easier, less stressed mornings no matter how busy you are. I'm Aleksandra Olenska, and I've worked as a creative director and stylist for luxury brands including Chanel, Celine and Vanessa Bruno, as well as magazines including Vogue and Harper's Bazaar. And I've been featured in international press including Forbes, Elle, The Sunday Times and The Independent. I now help directors and leaders in midlife and beyond to rebalance that work, busy lifestyle you've become accustomed to, because you know life's too short to stay in that career-driven comfort zone. I help you to redesign and restyle your life, especially at midlife with life-changing transitions such as the breakup of relationship, divorce, menopause, or turning 40 and beyond. From your home and your wardrobe to your mind and social life, I help you with your stylish next chapter to step into your best life, because I know you're ready to rock life again. The most important place to start with a wardrobe reset is your underwear drawer. It can reveal a lot about you and your relationship with your body and style. Hopefully you've already had a good declutter, and if not, see my video, the link is in the notes below. And now it's time to incrementally upgrade your underwear collection. As a stylist, I've always bought a fun pair of knickers for celebrities I've worked with, as it helps to set the mood for dressing up in comfort and style and having fun with it. And having lived and worked in Paris for over a decade, I've seen the truth about French dressing and the fundamental differences between Anglo undies and French lingerie. Which brings me to pieces you may wish to consider for your drawer of drawers. First of all, well-fitting bras with matching knickers in shapes and colours that celebrate your style and that support you. Realistically, no matter what size your bra, but especially if you have beautiful, bountiful bosoms, bras can stretch out pretty quickly in general daily wear and washing. An annual cull and review is really necessary to ensure that you're fully fabulous and splendidly supported. You've all heard the line where your attention goes, energy flows. Well, if every time you go to the bathroom or get dressed in the morning in baggy, saggy or sad panties, then that's going to inform your self-beliefs. So if you pay a little attention from the get-go to your smalls, then that's a practical step towards your next level confidence and style, no matter what your age or moment in life. Not to mention a great sassy step to inner sparkle. While there is room for a t-shirt bra, it shouldn't be all of your bras. Likewise, there's room in your wardrobe for comfy panties. For your period if you're still having it, but they shouldn't make up the bulk of your wardrobe. And it's important that you find styles that suit your style and support you from the inside out. In France, like in England, you can find underwear, or lingerie as they call it, in the local supermarket Monoprix, or at sumptuously specialist lingerie boutiques and brands such as Carrie & Gilson. The big difference is that wherever you're shopping for your underwear, matching sets in a range of colours, some of which are machine washable, are available. And the quantity over quality bulging panty multi-packs of the British high street are nowhere to be found. There's a pride in that first step of getting ready for yourself, because if you can't flirt with yourself in the morning, handling your body in all its beauty with love and tenderness, whatever your shape or size, then how can you expect someone else to adore it? Good lingerie can help you to handle yourself with love, care and respect, not to mention that knowing twinkle. You're still sexy and you know it. It's in there. I remember one of my first styling jobs. It was in the late 90s at the height of the visible thong trend, when you saw them peeking out cheekily of the top of low-slung jeans. Remember that? And this gorgeous, really well-known female photographer was shooting the celebrities I was working with. She always gets this wonderful, mischievous, joyful and oh la la look from the models and celebrities that she photographs. And I had pored over her work in the books that I looked at while I was still a student studying literature. Anyway, she was sat on the steps waiting for the celebrities to get in place. And she was wearing a lovely miniskirt. And underneath you could see these fabulous, frothy, ruffled, big, white knickers, like can-can style knickers. And I loved her even more. In spite of the trend for skimpy G-strings, here she was being true to herself in style and doing it in a very chic way. Because yes, big panties don't have to be grey and Bridget Jones. They can be cheeky and fabulous and bring out your inner va-va-voom. After all, fashion is just a tool to help you to feel elegant and relevant, or however you want to feel. Style helps you to express yourself as the gorgeous individual that you are beyond the trends. I'd thoroughly recommend getting a professional bra fitting at somewhere like Rigby and Pella, who can suggest perfectly fitting bras from a range of French and European brands, and also alter them specifically for you when necessary, so they really fit you perfectly. Once you've had a bra professionally fitted by them, you'll experience a new comfort and perkiness, and you'll never want to go back. And don't forget to buy a few pairs of knickers for every bra that you buy. As a stylist, whether I'm working with celebrities, private clients, or on magazine shoots or catwalk shows, there are some pieces of underwear that I always carry around in my styling kit. I recall one famous model from a storied pedigree of model celebrity families who turned up to a fashion show in a jewelled Union Jack thong, in spite of having been asked to come in a nude thong for the show. It might have been the 2000s, but it wasn't quite the girl power look we were going for. Thankfully, the trusted styling kit had a selection of thongs. As any stylist, Girl Scout or successful woman knows, it's good to be prepared. Similarly, for your own wardrobe, it's good to have a selection of practical invisible knickers in styles that you like, but that aren't sad or baggy. For these, I particularly like the modern synthetic but seam-free options that often come in a variety of nude tones, as well as black and white, and come in a range of coverage. Commando does brilliant ones, and I also like the ones by Simone Perel and Woolford. It's also time to reconsider the thong. I was very impacted by the aforementioned 90s thong trend, and always felt that they were a bit kind of vulgar or slutty, and not in a good way. And also I initially couldn't help but get over the fear of feeling them flossing one's bottom. And then in Paris I discovered Crazy Horse. Oh la la. Unlike other cabaret performances in Paris, such as the Moulin Rouge or Lido, the Crazy Horse is utterly chic and often dressed by designers such as Christian Louboutin. The girls are super strong in a dancer Pilates kind of a way, and the feeling is fun, sexy and cheeky. I love it. And they wore these thongs that were barely there, just a thin horizontal band with a vertical band off it, with just a gusset. And just like that, I was converted. And sometimes that's what we all need to do about all sorts of things, namely our limiting style beliefs, to spin our script on style beliefs, in this case that thongs were tacky, alongside the judgmental voices of others swirling around. They're not for girls like you, or you're too old for that kind of thing. Actually, you're never too old for anything. And yes, thongs can be tacky, but they can also be fun and sexy and even practical. Sometimes at midlife and beyond, frankly, bottoms can start to appear less pert than before, and maybe even a little bit saggy. And this can mean a more visible VPL, visible panty line, as the elastic of knickers can easily sink into soft or crepey skin. Now that's fine for many garments, but perhaps less fine on, say, leggings or a tight dress. Enter the thong. I especially love that Crazy Horse simple seam-free style that blends as much as possible so that you don't see them. As a bountiful bonus, they really reveal your bottom, which can be rather confronting initially if you're not used to that, but what a wonderful thing to get used to. Embracing your bootylicious backside with kindness and love. If you're looking for notes on a simple style reboot, then have a look at my free style reset guide. I've popped the link in the notes below for you. And if you're enjoying this video, then please subscribe and ring the bell, as there's lots more videos like this that will help you to feel confident and in control of your style and leave you with a gorgeous inner twinkle, whatever your age. I also have a range of shapewear in the styling kit. While some women manage to wear shapewear on a daily basis, I wouldn't recommend it. Wear it too often and it can become a safety blanket that leaves you feeling out of touch with yourself and the beauty of your own body. Of course, for specific outfits or special occasions, the red carpet and festivities, for instance, it can be a blessing to help create a smooth base. For those of you that have tried it, some shapewear can actually be pretty stressful, rolling up at the hem or at the top and creating a new bulge as if we need any extra, or squeezing the fat of soft skin from one place to another, creating more bulges. If you do have a look that calls for shapewear, Skims is actually quite good and comes in a brilliant range of tones. And I always have these really rather unattractive numbers from Wackle in my styling kit that are absolutely brilliant. They're like these shorts. You can also get a full body number. I'd also say that if you're trying to create a smooth base, then you can size up and still create a smooth base. Don't feel like it needs to be virtually suffocating you to be working. Finally, my kit contains toupee tape, chicken fillets and other accessories. The chicken fillets, they're so called because they're like little bra stuffers, just to give you a bit of a lift, especially if you're wearing a strapless bra. And the toupee tape is essentially a really soft double-sided tape that was initially created, for to help people with their toupees and their wigs to help them stay on the skull. So it's going to be really soft for your breast area. And if you've got any lingering lingerie questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comments below. Of course, at midlife and beyond, it's also important to experiment with sexy as you are now, which might involve redefining your version or society's version of sexiness, whatever your current relationship status, especially at midlife where you may be divorced again or widowed. In my Inside Out method to your next level you, I'm a big advocate of dating yourself. And this involves buying beautiful underwear for yourself, as much as for anyone else who you may choose to show it to. It's important to date yourself. Wear good underwear for yourself to make you smile from the inside out, so that you feel put together, not because you're ready to get your clothes off. Don't be ashamed of you as you are now and experimenting with new versions of sexy. Try out different versions of sexy with your underwear. Only you need to know. Well, unless you choose to show someone else. Just for the fun, try on something unexpected. Who knows, you might like it, like me in the thongs, and it can be your secret. Your body's been through all sorts of things. Children, breastfeeding, operations, weight gain, menopause. Give yourself grace. Be careful with that self-talk and the words that you choose to use about yourself and your body. Explore your perception of sexy for different occasions. While we shouldn't feel obliged to be a page 3 girl all over the place, there are different possible versions of sexy and sensual for gardening as much as for the bedroom. Finally, I promised you a note on socks and hosiery. While I'm getting an early morning flight or Eurostar, especially in the depths of the European winter where the mornings are still dark, one of my favourite tights tips is Folk Cotton Touch tights. They're especially ideal for 40 plus and the perimenopause as they're breathable and extraordinarily comfortable, are machine washable and don't ladder or snag easily. Amazing. For those of you who feel super cold all the time, there are also versions with merino or cashmere from Folk that are equally wonderful. I do tend to size up slightly, as one of my pet hates is that micro-anxiety of a baggy crotch or pulling them up all the time. Apart from that, they've got a tag in the back. It reminds me a bit of name tags for kids stitched into the back of school uniforms. The reason I love this is simply in the dead of a winter's morning, half asleep, I can pull them on quickly, knowing that I've got them the right way round and I'm not going to be cursed by the tights twist later in the day. I also adore tights and stockings from Wolford and Fogal for less thick tights. And also there are these great knitted winter hold-ups from Wolford. They've got like a gummy rubber-like hold-up at the top. They're really brilliant for wearing under trousers or slightly longer length skirts to give you a little inner wiggle. And they're also ideal for after any abdominal surgery, such as a hysterectomy, a myomectomy or C-section, where waistbands are a no-no. Now that you're in the groove for change, maybe you're ready to refresh other foundational pieces of your wardrobe, those daily basics and seemingly simple pieces that are your wardrobe workhorses and that can be surprisingly difficult to find. Watch on my next video on this very subject. In the meantime, I wish you merci and à la prochaine. Bye bye.